glumboy.
Je t'aime, Milanese.
What's up, y'all? Hope everyone's safe. Today we're gonna be doing a Plugg drum tutorial. I got this loop from my boy Milanese. Shout out Milan. And we're just gonna be going over like how to get a good Plugg drum bounce. So I'll just get right into it. These type of beats, you really just want something chill and laid back. You really want the drums to just like kind of support the melody. Keep it simple, but still pretty bouncy and catchy. Yeah, let's just get right into it. I just got this clap loaded up. By the way, all the drums that I'm using in this video are gonna be in my drum kit volume 2, which is out now. Put a link in the description. So let's just get right into it. I also added this little lead, but this is how it sounds so far. Super chill melody. I just thought this one would be perfect for like breaking down like how to do some chill drums. I'm just gonna start clicking in some hi-hats and see what happens. I always like to start off with hi-hats because I feel like that's the base of the melody, you know? And right here I'm gonna press Alt-U or Option-U, I think, if you're on a Mac, and that'll just do a quick chopper. I think that's pretty good for the hi-hat so far. You never want to like overcomplicate it, just make sure it like supports the melody and it's a nice bounce. So after that I like to add like perks and maybe a snare. When I do my snares, I almost always put them in the same spot, just on some like Mexico Dro vibes. I like putting it here, and then either one here. I think I'm gonna do one here because I already have a perk there, and then like that. So I'll just delete this little note right here. Second half, like the second 4 bars, you can like change it up a little bit. Like for instance, instead of putting this here, I put it a little bit over here, and because I put this snare here, I think I'm gonna move the tom somewhere else just so it complements it better. Let's see. Just put this little Animal Crossing beep just like right here. Now I think I'm gonna add a chant and maybe like one more perk, and then I should be good to add the 808. I'm actually gonna make a little square envelope right here, just so I have more control over when the chant stops. So I want it to sound a little choppy. So yeah, I did this little snare roll at the end here, again using Alt-U, and then I think I stretched it with this little tool. I recommend using that a lot. It's super nice for just making things sound a little more natural. And I think I'm also going to add this little perk. As you go, don't be afraid to change stuff, because the more that I add other things, the more that it like gets in the way of a different idea that I had or whatever. But yeah, I think I'm actually gonna change that snare roll a little bit. It kind of sounds weird now. I don't know. Let's see. I think that sounds nice. Just added a note right here and took out the roll. The rolls just sounded extra. That's kind of it for now. I'm probably gonna get into the 808 now, and again, like as I do the 808, I might change some of the perks around just to complement the 808 bounce. But yeah, let's get right into it. I personally like using the short Z 808 on these type of beats, but you could use really whatever 808 you want. You could use this like stupid cool one, subs. I think I'm gonna go with a Z. Another good tip for making sure you're doing the right note on the 808 is just pitching the 808 up a few octaves. It's way easier to hear the frequency. And I got G and then C, and that sounds pretty nice. I also like to do this envelope, this little square envelope, so it has no release when I let go of the 808. So for instance, if I wanted it to stop right here, it would just cut. Pretty much it for the drums. Again, I might change like a thing or two later, but I think that sounds pretty good for now. Yeah, now we can go into laying it out and talking about mixing. Now with my drums, I really don't mix them that much. Like all I really do is just put the 808 in mono, and you can do that by just going over this little thing and turning it to the right so it's purple. All I really do, honestly, unless I want to get creative, but honestly, this is like Plugg drums. Like, these are already good samples, you know, I don't really need to do too much. I'll show you guys the effects that I did for all the melodies. Let's just break that down real fast. So what I did for that one, I just cut some bass out around, 150 hertz. I added this like tape plugin, just makes it sound a little bit nicer, and then I boosted some highs, which you can barely even hear. And I also like to stereo separate my melodies either 50% to the left or 100. For this one, I think I'm gonna do 50. So now let's go into the string. Just boost some highs, take out a little bit of lows. And I really like EQing down there just because it's super fast. So I also stereo separated the string 25% to the right just to give it a little bit more space, and turned it down a little bit. And this is how that sounds with the chord. So for the harmonic lead, I barely mixed it. I just stereo separated a little bit to the left, boosted a little bit of highs, and took out like around 150 hertz of lows. Then we got this little like ARP type of thing. And all I did on that one was I added some pan man that like slowly goes from left to right, and a little bit of phaser, and boosted some highs. And there's that little like noise. I think that's either cat bonk or synth sitar. I'm not sure which one because it's a loop. For that one, I just added some delay, boosted a little bit of highs, took out some lows like I always do. And then the delay is on 4th step. I pulled the cut down a little bit, and I pulled the volume down a little bit, and I also put it on ping pong just so it like goes from ear to ear. And then there's this little bell harmonic sound. And for me personally, I'm kind of weird when it comes to loops. I only feel like I can really do drums on them when I add my own little like melody. So I just added this super catchy lead. I think I played it out on my piano. Boosted all the highs, stereo separated a little bit like I always do, and let's just take out some lows. I'm also going to add some chorus and maybe a phaser or a flanger, let's see. And I like doing that just to help it stand out a little bit from the rest of the sound. So now I'm just going to add this crash and some like Dro keys, because that's what we do when we make Plugg. And I'm going to add the crash here like I'm cash. Let's put that Dro sound in there real quick. I'm also going to turn the melodies down a little bit by holding control and then dragging and clicking over the melodies, and then I'll just turn them down a little bit because I have a bad habit of making my melodies way too loud. Now we're just going to go ahead and lay this out by pressing split channel and just lay it out. So I kind of lay out my beats the same way every single time, and I'll just show you guys how I do that.
Hey glumboy. Je t'aime milanaise.
That's pretty much it for laying out the whole beat. Now I might add this little drill effect with the master so the volume cuts out at certain points. To do that volume thing, you right click on the master, click create automation clip, and then it'll create this little thing right here. I like to go into half step, and then either 1 or 2 spots away from here. And if you want to line this up perfectly with the other one, you just right click, type in value 0.8. I copy that over by pressing Control B, by the way. This was a bit of a simple tutorial, but I hope I taught you guys at least something. Appreciate you guys for watching this, and leave a comment down below what I should do next. I'm open to doing anything, man. Again, all the drums that I use in this tutorial are going to be in the description if you want to go purchase that kit. Shout out Milani Z for sending me this beautiful melody. I'll put his Instagram in the description. Go tap it with him, show him some love. That's pretty much it for this tutorial. I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hey glumboy. Je t'aime milanaise.